Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today you're going to see 2 rounds of golf. The one you're watching right now was 30 days ago, and you'll see the score at the end of it was very poor. And then the second game you guys are going to see was shot about 3 days ago. They're 30 days apart, but I think you'll be able to see a really drastic difference. What I want this video to be about is I want to help motivate you guys, talk about the things that I have changed, talks about the things that I have noticed in these 2 games. And hopefully at the end of this video, you feel like you maybe learned something about how to get better at golf. So that first hole that you guys just saw, I ended up bogeying on. If you watch, I will say the first thing that I want to touch on, just golf is such and you can see the sway in my shot right there, how my knee is kind of going back. Definitely the number one thing, get a friend to video you from the side, not necessarily from behind, from the side, because you need your knees to be able to stay way more still. It'll change your life, I promise you. Here I'm putting for bogey. Just no confidence in that putting stroke. You can see I look nervous, which will get to my kind of second point. Off the tee, I was big into irons. I had zero confidence, absolutely zero confidence. That's a par 3. I go right. My chipping game, you can see there's way too much movement. The number one thing I can tell you guys about chipping, just from even watching this that I've learned, chipping is all big muscles. Chipping needs to be, you have to reduce your movement when you chip. The first drive of the day, you can see my balance is horrible. I'm already +3 in this game, and I can tell you, going back to this, I was completely shook. I was completely discouraged. My iron swing is weird. I didn't wear a glove. I absolutely sculled that into the trees after a really good drive. And right there, you can see the emotion that I was bringing into golf. If you want to be a good golfer and you want to shoot good scores, you have to have the shortest memory. I played quarterback my whole life. And you can see I just let things get away from me. The double bogey, the way I'm walking right there, the way I angrily hit my driver, trying to crush it because I had one bad hole. That is a level that's very obviously, you can see I was not very mature as a golfer. I crush that through. I'm in the trees again. Rather than punching out, I try and go through the trees. Here, I chip over. Once again, my arms and everything are moving way too much. Putting. And I'm going to get to putting as we go. If you want to become a better golfer, you got to take putting seriously. 100%. You cannot shoot low scores if you are running up there and just hitting it. You gotta line it up. Lining it up from both ways, which I'll get to there. You can see I scull it over the green. Lining it up from both sides and not feeling rushed just because you're playing bad. This putt that you're about to see right now is a great example. I literally remember I didn't even line this putt up. I walked up, I hit it, I lost another stroke. Even though I'm not playing good, that is something, if you miss a putt bad or you miss a chip, line up a putt. Give it a second, give it a look. Here, good drive. You can see way too much movement in my swing. It took me a long time to detect that. Like I said, until I started having a friend at the range. You can see my knee bending on this iron shot. From this distance, it should be all big muscles. I want to just reiterate that as much as I can. Look at my shoulders. Look at my discouragement. Look at my outfit. My outfit's horrible. Golf is all confidence. There, I get relatively close. I have a par putt. Literally, I can tell you and promise you, I didn't line this putt up. I didn't look at it from the other side. It moved right to left. I was frustrated. I was looking at the game like it was done. I was mentally and completely defeated. Here I hit a 4-iron. No reason to be hitting a 4-iron on a par 4. Have confidence in your driver. If I could go back and smack this guy, I would. Then, rather than trying to just chip out, I go through the hero shot through the trees, and I'm pretty much bushwhacking all the way through here. Horrible golf, horrible decision making. Here I grab the tree for whatever reason. I am a completely broken golfer. I'm trying to fix things with one shot, but you can't fix things with one shot. The game was already ruined. Take it shot by shot and just try and have your next score be good. There, chip it on, way past. Watch me just not line up this putt. I'm mad. I'm discouraged. I'm just angry. I'm just literally looking at it, not even putting in a care. Boom. +12. Plus freaking 12. Here, the next tee. Swing out of my shoes. No balance, no stability, right beside a tree. Angry. Chip it out. Chip it out a little bit to the right of the tree, which wasn't a bad shot. I was actually okay with that. I'm glad I didn't try and be a hero. This shot was actually one of the better ones of the round. I think I kind of landed on the fringe. But look at the chipping. Do you see my leg? how much there's just so much sway there. This par putt, it was the end of the day. I think I took 2 seconds. Boom! Now, we are at present time. That round, I finished plus 13. This round, first shot off the tee, I scull it. I don't hit it well. Second shot, I scull it. But one thing I want you to watch, and one thing that I know I did in this round, this is a month later. There, you can see my shoulders so much tighter. Big muscles on the green, close. Even after I sculled my first 2 shots, I never lost confidence. I lined up that putt from both sides. Boom. Part of the first hole. Look at my energy. I'm not disappointed. The driver swing, balance. My left foot no longer moves. I do have a little bit, at this game, I do have a little bit of a left to right hook. But I spent so much time working on balance. See the big muscles there? No foot movement.
That's gross.
Only my big muscles. 54 degree. I put it close. I spent probably like 2 minutes lining up this leg putt, making sure that I get it to the right thing. I putted on the greens before the game. Huge thing, putt on the greens before. This was not my best swing. It's into the fog. But another thing that you'll learn in golf is I knew the green was right to left. So on this chip, even though this wasn't the best chip of the day, I actually looked at the green beforehand and realized that I need to aim the chip to the right. Brett in the first video is not doing that. I took the time, lined up the putt. That's okay. I'm +1 through 3. Brett at the beginning is not hitting a driver here. It's a very tight fairway. I got confidence. I knew kind of how my driver was playing at the time. I hit an absolute beam. Even though I'm +1, it's okay. Look at that movement. No freaking movement. Easy. Chip this onto the green. Close. Now, I remember literally I told Justin before this putt, who I was golfing with, I was going to make it. I lined this up. I knew the pace. I knew where to hit it. I picked a spot. An absolute laser. Birdie. So I am even through 3. This next hole, look at that. Nice drive. Front foot straightens perfectly straight. Cut the corner. Give myself a really, really, really good shot. This shot, don't overthink. Just a lot of big muscles. Limiting that movement. I put it really close, just on the right side. Now I'm putting. I took at least 2 minutes with this putt, making sure I knew kind of where to move it, a little bit right to left, didn't have to overhit it. Boom, we're -1. Playing really good golf. Here, another nice drive. Just confident swing. Every single time I was going up to hit it, it's a confidence that you did not see from a month ago. That is not the same golfer for a month ago. I went up to that knowing that was going to go on the fairway. I was saying it was on the fairway. That nice hit, little bit of an awkward lie, but I still keep my body relatively square, just a little bit short of the green, unfortunately. We chip it a bit too far, but it is what it is. This is a great teaching point. How I changed my entire game. I lined that putt up, didn't rush it, is what it is, almost made it, par. I'm still -1. Par 3s. I want to touch on this. One thing that's helped me a lot, rather than trying to hit like a full 50 degree or a full 54, I'm playing a lot of feel shots, especially if it's windy. There I hit a pitching wedge, and look at this putting. Hours and hours at the green I spend putting. Like over this last month, just constantly trying to putt, get better, and I'm still -1. Hole 8, didn't even think about this drive, went up, confident stroke, put it right down the middle, put myself in a relatively good situation.
I'm glad I'm right here to win.
But honestly, what I want to talk about just to end this, you'll see in this video I do end up shooting under, is just what I did. In conclusion, guys, golf needs to be played, and like the biggest takeaway, you have to take your time. You can't rush. You don't necessarily have to be slow. I'm not saying you have to be slow, but you got to take it seriously. It's a really hard game. You got to think through your shots. The grin, getting a rangefinder, all these things changed my game. And honestly, just the confidence in myself. If you're going, like this shot right here, I'm behind trees, biggest shot ever, I put it within 8 feet. If you're going into the game thinking, you don't have to necessarily think that you're going to be perfect, but if you got to go into every shot, it's a hard game. Thinking you're going to make it. The confidence will get you here. Here you can see within 30 days, I went from a guy who was shooting +12 to +13 to having a putt to shoot -2 over 9 holes. One thing I can tell you guys, the biggest part to work out on the range is from like 100 yards. Those shots from like 60 to 100 yards at the range, they'll change your life. Lining up putts, learning how to do this, picking a mark, doing all these things. I think it's a huge part of golf. And I don't know if any of these tips helped you, but it's helped me a ton. just getting more confident, dressing better on the course has got me more confidence when I actually go to the course, not just like wearing, like I try and wear nicer outfits, color coordinate. I know as crazy as that sounds, because it does give me more confidence when I'm out there. And here I have a putt to go -2. I don't quite make it. This is a tough course too. It lips out, and guys, at that point, I knew I had shot
that was like,
under for the very first time.
I'm
It was
impressed.
a journey. I practiced every
whole
single
day,
day.
I'm impressed.
But I hope if you got anything out of this video, I know I rambled a lot.
For those of you
Confidence,
who have stuck around,
you can do it. It
let
didn't
me know
take
if
that
you've
long.
been
My
missing.
average
We
score on
just
9
completed
holes
the
now is
challenge.
probably +2 to
I
plus
failed multiple times. There's people
4,
coming
I
up
would
behind
say I'm
us.
shooting,
I
and
failed
I've shot even, I think, 4 times.
Just
So you can do it. I've shot a 76 on 18, and you saw where I started. Get your friend to record you from the side. Figure out your swing. Keep that pressure on the knee. Don't let your knee go out. Don't sway. Be confident. Practice those 100-yard shots. Just play the game, enjoy the game, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because my journey still got a long way to go, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a 30-day progress so you can watch 2 very different games of golf. Kill the like button. Thank you.